story that shook the world, a fascinating new concept in historical programming which combines for the first time the priceless news archives of two of Britain's foremost picture libraries. With the sound of gunfire and explosions that some said could be heard in Westminster, the Battle of the Somme began on July the 3rd, 1916. It shook the world with its bloody carnage and, in the end, its utter futility. The idea had been, so the generals said, to advance 4,000 yards across the poppy field of Picardy on the first day and so push the German army out of its entrenched positions. All-out war. Shortly before 6 a.m. on Friday, September the 1st, 1939, German forces crossed the border into Poland after a huge aerial and land bombardment. The Polish invasion had proved for the first time that a fast-moving armoured force backed by attacks from the air could overcome the stalemate of trench warfare. Hitler was to use the tactic many more times in the coming years, until his armies were faced themselves with an equally strong and well-equipped force, and finally defeated. The force and speed of the invasion shook the world, and World War was inevitable. Within 3 days of such invasion, Britain was formally notified that a state of war existed between the two countries. When the true picture of the battle began to emerge, there was much public protest, and a growing anti-war movement began to demonstrate and fight against the patriotic nationalism of the great majority. Far from wanting the war to end, this group were on the streets to get it prosecuted more effectively.
This landing is but the opening phase of the campaign in Western Europe. Great battles lie ahead. I call upon all who love freedom to stand with us now. Keep your faith staunch. Our arms are resolute. Together we shall achieve victory.
By the end of the first 24 hours, Allied forces had penetrated several miles inland. The great invasion gamble that could have gone so badly wrong had paid off.
All right, Noel!
It's 7:30 evening, Noel.
Ah, this is not the end. It is not even the beginning of the end. But it is perhaps the end of the beginning.
They emerged next morning not knowing whether they had homes to go to, nor whether friends and relatives who hadn't joined them below ground had survived. And yet, in spite of the chaos and destruction, morale remained remarkably high. There was no sign of large-scale looting, and crime was at a minimum.
Die Feste, gönnt jedem das Beste, so findet man Freunde und sagt dann dabei: Komm, wir trinken Brüderschaft und wir sagen du. Und mit einem guten Glase prosten wir uns zu. Komm, wir trinken Brüderschaft, wollen Freunde sein. Denn zu einem Freundschaftskuss, das sage ich nicht nein. Denn zu einem Freundschaftskuss, das sage ich nicht nein. Komm, wir trinken Brüderschaft und wir sagen du. Und mit einem guten Glase prosten wir uns zu. Komm, wir trinken Brüderschaft, wollen Freunde sein. Denn zu einem Freundschaftskuss, das sage ich nicht nein. Denn zu einem Freundschaftskuss, das sage ich nicht nein. Ein Küsschen in Ehren, das gibt man gern, wenn man sich sympathisch ist. Und jeder, der zusagt und jeder, der du sagt, erfährt dann, wie schön es ist, wenn man sich küsst. Komm, wir trinken Brüderschaft und wir sagen du. Und mit einem guten Glase prosten wir uns zu. Komm, wir trinken Brüderschaft, wollen Freunde sein. Denn zu einem Freundschaftskuss, da sage ich nicht nein. Denn zu einem Freundschaftskuss, da sage ich nicht nein. Komm, wir trinken Brüderschaft und wir sagen du. Und mit einem guten Glase prosten wir uns zu. Komm, wir trinken Brüderschaft, wollen Freunde sein. Denn zu einem Freundschaftskuss, da sage ich nicht nein.